Hello students, I Kamlesh Kumar. Welcome to all of you at my YouTube channel Social Science Academy. We are studying chapter 4 of Civics class 9 NCERT book, in which the chapter is electoral politics, in which we have already discussed some of the topics. Today we are going to discuss, is it good to have a political competition? So elections are thus all about political competition. This competition takes various forms. The most obvious form is a competition among political parties at the constituency level. It takes the form of competition among several candidates, and if there is no competition, elections will become pointless. So, in political competition means when elections take place, what happen? The candidates at the constituency level, they go to the people, they give discuss their policies, their party's policies with the people, and they ask people to vote for those candidates and the party. So if there is no competition among parties and the candidates, the election becomes pointless. But is it too good? Is it good to have political competition? Clearly, an electoral competition has many demerits. It creates a sense of disunity and factionism in every locality. So, how it creates uh, disunity and factionalism means, due to political competition, some of the politicians and some of the parties play very dirty things in politics. They bring very dirty things in the politics, and we know that India is the social setup of India is based on caste system, Varna system, religious, multi-religion are there. So there are politics on these things, and it creates factionalism. The people are divided in the group, and it creates disunity in society. So it is one of the demerit of this political competition. You would have heard of the people complaining in party politics in our locality. Different political parties and leaders often level allegations against one another. In news channels, in newspapers, we frequently say that once the same leader is in the party, he or she praises that party, and once he or she goes to the opposition party for the same policies about which he or she was praising at that time, after some time they change their opinion and they start criticizing. So this is the demerit of this electoral competition. Now, parties and candidates often use dirty tricks to win elections. It is not uh, compulsory to explain here. Always you can see in the newspapers, news channels. These are the very practical things which we are studying here, and you can visualize it even on a single day. Just you watch at least 20 minutes political discussion at any news channel. uh, some people say that this pressure to win electoral fights does not allow sensible long term policies to be formulated. Some good people who uh, may wish to serve the country do not enter this arena, so they do not like the idea of being dragged into unhealthy competition. So due to these negative aspects of the electoral competition of the elections, some of the people who are honest and some of the people who really wants to work for the welfare of the country, they do not come in politics and they do not become the part of politics, and uh, they keep them aloof from the party politics. Our constitution makers were aware of these problems, yet they opted for free competition in elections as the way to select our future leaders. So they did so because this system works better in the long term or run. In an ideal world, all political leaders know what is good for the people and are motivated only by a desire to serve them. Political competition is not necessary in such an ideal world, but that is not what happens in real life. Political leaders all over the world, like all other professionals, are motivated by desire to advance their political careers. They want to remain in power to get power and positions for themselves. It is the most common ideology among politicians why they want to come in politics. So they may wish to serve the people as well, but it is risky to depend entirely on their sense of duty. Besides, even when they wish to serve the people, they may not know what is required to do so, or their ideas may not match what the people really want. The last paragraph is, how do we deal with this real life situation? One way is to try and improve knowledge and character of political leaders. So it is the matter of political will. Once the politicians from their inner self want to serve the country, want to give their services, honest services to the people and the country, then there will be healthy electoral competition in elections. The other and more realistic way is to set up a system where political leaders are rewarded for serving the people and punished for not doing so. Who decides this reward or punishment? The simple answer is the people, and this is what electoral competition does. So regular electoral competition provides incentives to political parties and leaders. They know that if they raise issues that the people want to be raised, their popularity and chances of victory will increase in the next elections. But if they fail to satisfy the voters with their work, they will not be able to win again. So if there will be moral values among the politicians, there will be some political will, then and there will be system of reward and punishment. That means people start to deny those people who are not serving the country honestly, then there will be healthy electoral competition. So if a political party is motivated only by desire to win, desire to be in power, even then it will be forced to serve the people. This is a bit like the way markets works. Even if a shopkeeper is interested only in his profit, he is forced to give good service to the customers. If he does not do so, the customer will go to some other shop, and similarly political competition may cause divisions and some ugliness, but it finally helps to force political parties and leaders to serve the people. Means this is the appropriate example of shopkeepers. If some of the shopkeeper are dishonest, they are not having the accurate weights, measures, and good commodities, then the people will move to another shop. Likewise, they can choose, they can elect the good politicians in an election, and they can discard the bad character politicians in election. So that is a healthy electoral competition. In the next topic, what is our system of election, we will discuss in detail. So in this video we will stop here, and keep watching. If you are liking my videos, please smash on like button and subscribe my channel so that you will get the earliest notification of the new videos. Thank you. Keep watching.